And with that, please allow me to introduce my colleague, Ms. Rocio Lopez. Rocio has worked with LSU AgCenter Global Network, and she is actually the key contact for all the LSU AgCenter College of Agriculture students that would like to either experience international opportunities at Mendel University or anywhere else. So make sure that you have contact to Ms. Rocio if you want to talk to her, and also any students from Mendel University who would at some point like to visit LSU. We would like to talk to you as well, so please reach out to us. Rocio, it's yours.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today, and thank you, Vanna, for the introduction. I'll go ahead and start. I'll just share my screen. Okay, so for those who I haven't met yet, my name is Lucia Lopez and I work for a global network here at LSU. I would like to start off with some introductions before giving the floor to our moderators. So I would like to introduce Pavla Sopova. She is our partner from the International Relations Office at Mendel University, and she's been a great help helping organizing all of this for you. And then I would also like to introduce our moderators. There are students from both LSU and Mendel. We have Adriana Alfaro from LSU, Whitney McKenzie from LSU as well, and Petra Vapulakova from Mendel University. So now they will be going over some reminders.
Adriana and I are both from Louisiana State University in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, which is a land grant institution, and it became one in 1862. And if students have any questions, they can, during the presentation, they can put them in the chat and also add subtitles if they like.
Now we're at the LSU Library. Let's mask up and go inside. third floor of the library is the math lab, where you can come for all of your math needs. Usually, your teachers will tell you if you need to come here. Remember the music you heard earlier? It was coming from this bell tower. This is Memorial Tower, and it overlooks the parade grounds. Let's go check that out. Right now, I'm at the parade grounds, a very popular place to come and study, relax, or even play some sports. Let's go see what the Union is like. It's right by the parade grounds. Are you feeling hungry? Well, the Union is the perfect place to come to. There's tons of restaurants inside. Union is also a great place to come study. There's lots of quiet study spaces and study rooms. Let's go see some. This is a human ecology building. Inside, you'll find the food lab. This is the food lab where some classes are held. Let's go see what they're cooking. This is the Student Recreation Center, also known as the UREC. Inside, you will find 3 levels of workout machines, tennis courts, full-size basketball courts, and so much more. There's also an indoor pool and an outdoor pool that's a LSU Lazy River. Let's go check it out. LSU lakes, where you can paddleboard or run around the lakes, and if you go all the way to the other side, there's even a workout station.
Come to Louisiana. We have delicious food, beautiful tourist attraction as Swan Cemetery, and don't forget to visit New Orleans, the birthplace of jazz.
The LSU Quad. Anybody that's gone to LSU at one point has had classes here in one of these halls.
Of LSU, The hospitality is as warm as the weather. Come to LSU and you'll be greeted with smiles.
One of the customs here is tailgating. People come to campus, settle a tent, enjoy good food, and cheers the team. Mardi Gras is a famous celebration in Louisiana. Come and enjoy the fun parade. We are waiting for you.
During exam week, the president of LSU hosts a midnight breakfast in which all students that had a late night studying can come and eat breakfast in the university.
I'm here at LSU Memorial Tower, or Clock Tower. It's one of the main sites here at Louisiana State University. This place was built in 1923, and it's a memorial for the Louisianians who died in World War I. There's a tradition here at LSU that in Valentine's Day, when at 12 midnight, couples come and kiss to become official students.
Hey y'all, I'm Callie. I'm Cameron, and we're from South Louisiana, and we're going to show you today some of our favorite foods that are a staple here, and everyone here pretty much loves them. So first I'm going to show you crawfish. And crawfish season is highly anticipated in Louisiana, even though it is pretty short. And it starts as early as February, but the best time to get crawfish is March, April, and May, because that's when you're going to get the biggest crawfish that there is. And that this food is originated from Louisiana, and you first found them in the Atchafalaya Basin in Louisiana.
So crawfish season usually starts around Mardi Gras season, in which we celebrate the last day to eat rich and comfort foods from Lenten season starting in Catholic religions. So we celebrate with parades of floats with people playing music, dancing, and throwing Mardi Gras beads, in which each Mardi Gras bead having their own meaning. Purple is for justice, green for faith, and gold for power.
Crawfish that starts around Mardi Gras time, like she said, it brings a lot of friends and families together for a huge boil, and usually has some vegetables in there like potatoes or corn, and today we have potatoes. And you can't have crawfish without the sauce, which is my favorite thing to make and probably our favorite thing about crawfish.
And so our sauce, our famous sauce here is a combination of mayonnaise, ketchup, black pepper, garlic, and onion powder, as well as a combination with our crystal hot sauce made from cayenne peppers, and our Tony Satrin, which is a combination of Cajun seasonings. This is what we love to dip our crawfish in.
Something else that we love to dip in our crawfish sauce is French fries, and even though the French fries are not originated from Louisiana, we like to add our Cajun seasonings on top to make it more our own, and dip it in the crawfish sauce for a spicy flavor.
And so dirty rice is another side that we love to eat in Louisiana. It's a byproduct of South Louisiana's abundance of rice, in which we use our Cajun cooking techniques to feed large crowds with low income. Rice is plentiful in Louisiana and inexpensive and used for that reason.
Coleslaw, right here. It's another side that we like to pair with our foods. And coleslaw is made from a mixture of fine shredded raw cabbage and mayonnaise. You can use other dressings, but normally it's mayonnaise. And of course, we have to add our Cajun seasonings. Some people can just use salt and pepper, but we like to add typically Tony's, which is the mixture of red and black pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and plenty of salt.
So red beans are another side or entree that's a staple here in Louisiana, which is a combination of rice and beans, which is both cheap and affordable. Red beans consist of red kidney beans, which is a legume, rice, and ham, which is traditionally served on Sunday dinners in New Orleans. The South has been associated with poor economical systems to recreate staple foods from low-cost foods.
And red beans is probably my favorite. So now we're going to show you how to eat a crawfish. And people do it different ways, like we probably do it different ways. So we're just going to show you our own techniques. You pinch the tail and you rip it off from the head.
And you can choose to suck the head, which has juices in it. Some people like to and some people don't.
It's really spicy.
I personally love to do it. We also have claws, in which sometimes they have pieces of meat like this. We like to dip in and eat.
And then for the tail, many people do it different. I might do it weird, but this is how I've done it my whole life. And I pinch the sides of the tail to make it more flexible. And then I pull off the first little piece because they come in layers, and you peel it away from the tail. And then you do it for as many times as you have to get the whole tail out. And you put your finger under that right there, and you pull the whole tail out. And I like to get rid of the fat and the excess right there, and then I dip it in the sauce.
I personally don't remove it and just eat it whole. It leaves a little bit of a mess, but definitely worth it.
And also, you eat your potatoes. I like to crack them open, and some people eat them with butter. I always eat them with my sauce. I put everything in that sauce.
Dip the fries in the sauce. Bon appetit. Thank you guys for joining.
Bye, thank you.
A very unique custom here in Czech Republic is definitely Easter. Czech Easter is very different, and the main celebration happens on Monday. Boys create a braided whip made from willow twigs and go from house to house and gently hit girls on their legs and butt. It's supposed to bring them health and youth, and in reward they give to the boys decorated eggs, candy or alcohol to the older ones. Another quite unique custom here in Czech Republic is called hody. It's more popular in the Moravian part of our country, and in every city or village it's happening in a different time because it's a celebration of the consecration of church. People dress up in traditional costumes, they sing a lot of songs, they dance to a brass music, eat and drink some good wine for multiple days. We also have custom called burning of witches, which takes place during the night between last day of April and the first day of May. In old times, people used to light up a big bonfire to protect themselves against evil witches. Nowadays, it's connected mainly to saying goodbye to winter, celebrating the upcoming spring, and just having fun while enjoying the bonfire. Our university also has some great customs. For example, each of the 5 faculties of Mendel organizes a ball every year. Every faculty usually comes up with a theme that the ball follows, create an interesting program of the night, and everyone from the whole university is welcomed to come and have a good time. Great custom here in Brno that we have to mention is Ignis Brunensis Festival. It's a firework competition during the months of June and July, where many different countries participate every year, and it usually takes place on the Brno Lake or above the Spielberg Castle.
Vepřoknedlo zelo is considered the Czech national dish. It's very tasty and it has a catchy name. It consists of the 3 main ingredients: vepřo, pork, roasted; knedlo, dumplings, homemade; and zelo, cabbage, sour and stewed. Svíčková na smetane, or sirloin on cream, is a dish consisting of meat that is usually beef sirloin. Rabbit, veal or venison meat is sometimes used also. The sauce is prepared from root vegetables and cream. Serve with dumplings as a side dish, cranberries or other sweet jam, lemon and whipped cream. If you can fry it, do it. This could be our Czech motto. This particular dish you see in a picture is smažák, and that means it's a fried cheese, and we love it. If you can't choose anything from the menu, fried cheese is always there for you. As you can see, Czechs love dumplings. I know this recipe from Slovakia, and the side dish is always potatoes. But what do I know? The green thing you see is frozen spinach, melted in water with milk and beaten eggs, salt and garlic. I don't know if you know this meal, but here you either hate it or love it. I reckon it is because of the color. Oh yes, this is our specialty. And you guessed it, it's fried again. But this time, however, it's meat, usually chicken or pork. In this picture, you can see our travel version, only with bread and pickles. This rýžek is just as good, even if it cools down. So if you ever see people with socks in sandals eating this at the gas station or on the beach, you already know where they are from. And one bonus for you. This is not the main dish, but rather delicacy you can order with beer. You can find it in almost every Czech pub. This is pickled camembert in oil with chili peppers, onions, garlic, and other ingredients where the limit is just your imagination.
So this is a terrace at one of our buildings at the campus, and you have a wonderful view of the whole city here.
So this is the University Arboretum, and in spring or summer you can study here or just chill out between your classes and just have a good time here.
The University Derby is something that Brno and our three biggest universities are known for. We like to compete and prove which university is the best, whether it is competitions in basketball, football, hockey, or drinking. In the video, you can see the derby between Mendel and Masaryk University from last year, where there were more than 4,300 spectators. And right here, we won, and the score was 5-2. I believe even Czechs will probably be surprised to find out that the second most popular sport in the Czech Republic is the Firefighters Association with 94,000 active members. Firefighting groups are located in every little village, and their racing activity is remarkable. Not only men's races are famous, but also women's or girls' races. Also, rafting is very popular in the Czech Republic. The most used river is the Vltava, which can be assumed because it is the longest. According to the Association of Water Tourism and Sports, about 350,000 people go to it every year. Altogether, 800,000 paddlers will head to all Czech rivers. Within ESN, we also go rafting every summer. This year, up to 100 people attended. Agritourism is modern product of tourism, respecting nature and enabling business development in the countryside. The benefits are extra income from farmers, active rest of visitors in quiet environments, and a return to the original contact with the landscape, animals and people in it. You can explore various farms during agritourism. For example, farms with cows, sheep, goats, deer, horses, ostriches, or bees. Of course, agritourism can be done without animals, for example, in vineyards. Our students can even take agritourism and sports in countryside as a subject in our Center of Sports Activities, along with more than 30 other possibilities, from classics such as football and hockey, through swimming, rowing, dancing and yoga, to martial arts such as Krav Maga or Tai Chi.
Czech Republic is famous for its beer. The most famous brand is Pilsner, but there are countless breweries, brands, and types of beer that are worth trying. Bohemian Switzerland, national park with incredible flora and fauna, is a great place for hikes and also where you'll find Pravčická Gate, majestic rock bridge surrounded by breathtaking views. In our country, you'll find a lot of history. Visiting our castles is one of the best ways to see it. You'll get to witness how the nobles lived or simply walk through fascinating buildings that have stood there for many centuries. Throughout the whole Republic, you'll find many UNESCO cultural heritage sites worth your time. One of the most unique ones is in Brno. Villa Tugendhat was built from 1929 to 1930 and is a great example of a functionalist style of architecture. Brno itself is a reason why you should visit Czech Republic. It's a vibrant student city, full of cafes, bars, restaurants, and places to see. It has a great atmosphere that you'll surely fall in love with.
If anyone has any questions, feel free to add them on the chat. And if not, we'll still have time, but our moderators do have some questions prepared for you. So just allow a couple of minutes, and if no one asks anything, then our moderators will continue. Oh, so there is a question about what are the current COVID situation and restrictions in both places. So for this, as for LSU, we are not taking any international visitors as of now. We do have a quarantine for any international student or visitor that does decide to come to LSU, but we are hoping to resume everything or the majority of it for the fall 2021. And for Mendel.
Hi, maybe I can answer that. If I could introduce myself firstly. My name is Petra and I'm a student in Mendel University. I study business and economics, and also I'm a president of our student organization, and I would like to introduce my colleague also. Her name is Noemi, and she's volunteering also with me in this student organization. And regarding the question, right now we aren't allowed to go to our campus at all. And yesterday we got email from the school that our whole semester will be online. So yeah. So that is the situation here.
Thank you. I'll go ahead and move on with our moderator's questions. So
So the first question that we have is, would you be interested in a study abroad to either university? And if so, what types of activities would you like to see?
I would like to mention that we do have an event exchange agreement between both universities. So if there is anything you're interested in maybe doing a semester abroad in any of the universities, it is a possibility. Maybe this fall would be too soon, but definitely for the spring or the following years, it's something that you can look into it.
If I can add something, you can go to both places and to do your internship as well. So it means you don't have to only study, but like do an internship in laboratory or like any other interesting place.
I don't know if other students have the right to speak. Maybe their microphones are off. But from my view, I would love to see your university. Like your campuses are so big, I can't even imagine. Like you have your own lake, and wow, like the video was great. And I would love to see the tiger. So yeah, that's the real specialty. We don't have our own animal, and tiger, wow.
I would like just to mention, I do believe by default, everybody is muted. Let me see if we can unmute the microphones. Otherwise, you guys may need to use a chat for a little bit. But let us work in the background and see if we can unmute.
They should be able to unmute themselves now.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you.
I will ask the second question. What future collaboration opportunities would you be interested in between universities?
Can you repeat that question? I could barely hear.
Sure. What future collaborations opportunities would you be interested between universities?
Nobody wants to visit LSU? Really? Come on, guys. There we go.
Hello, everybody. I would like to just mention, I don't know if our students know it, but we plan together with LSU join summer school for next year, unfortunately, for year 2022. And it will be great opportunity for anybody who is interested in LSU and especially in food sciences to take part in and join this summer school, unfortunately next year. So just mention this opportunity.
Thank you. That is fantastic. And there is one more thing that many of you may have actually seen this morning. There was a kickoff first joint class of LSU and Mendel in a comparison of regional food systems. So we're trying to bring you more and more opportunities and would like to hear from you if you would prefer more of maybe a study programs on your own, if you would like to maybe a group, 1 week group of students comes and visits, or whether you would want a hands-on experience in the type of internships. All of those are available and we would just like your feedback.
And we could go ahead with our third question.
I can't see the screen, but I think the third question was why is your university special and what makes it stand out? So, yeah. And guys, maybe if somebody of you attended the morning lecture, you can tell us like how it was, how it went. I wasn't there, so I'm really interested.
If I may, I was in the lecture and I found it very interesting. Well, what I like the most is like that the students, like both from Brno and from Louis from Baton Rouge, they can work together. They can just like share the same topics together and discuss them. So for me or for us, it's something very new. And I would like to encourage you all to take part in the lesson because like even the topic was quite interesting. So I believe like the next lesson would be on Thursday. So if you are free, feel free to join.
Something else that at least I did find fascinating whenever I first came to LSU was that they had a live tiger inside. That's not something that too many universities get to do or to have. So that's something always nice to see. It has a huge habitat where he spends all his time there, but it's so nice. And whenever he's outside and not sleeping, it's great to go for a walk and see him. And also something that was very impressive to me was the stadium. Our football stadium, it's huge, like really huge. And the atmosphere whenever there's a game and there's people inside, it's something very exciting to do. So even if you're just around in Baton Rouge and you have a week and there's a game, just don't miss that opportunity because it's a great one.
I have to ask from our students, Czech students, if it's like a football soccer or football rugby.
Oh no, yeah, it's football, American football.
I would maybe answer for us something that I find it's kind of unique for our university. I'm from Mendel, and I think it's really amazing that our university has a lot of woods that are owned by the university. So the students can actually visit them. Actually, I think anyone can visit them, but also the students go there and learn about how to take care of it and so on. So I think that's really nice. And for us, it's not that common that we have a campus where all the buildings are together at one spot, which for you guys it's probably normal, but here sometimes it's scattered all over the city, the different faculties and so on. So it's amazing that we have the campus and that we're all together there and we can meet people from different areas of study and so on. So I really love that about our school.
If I can add something which I really enjoyed when I was a student was our botanical garden, which you could have seen in the video. Like when we had a break between the lectures, we always used to come there with my classmates. We just relaxed, we enjoyed the sun, like the beauty of the garden, or played like frisbee or whatever. So I believe it's one of the nicest places. But like I'm quite not jealous, but I would love to see your tiger. It's something very unique, and I hope that maybe in someone in future we would have some our own animal too. So let's see.
I just realized that we have the bees, so that's something. And do we have someone from our forestry faculty? Maybe they can tell us more about the visits of the woods and how are they classrooms, because like in business and economics faculty, we have everything in our building, but I usually see the people are going by bus to the woods and they have a school like outside, which is really great. So maybe if somebody from our school wants to tell us more, I don't know if somebody is here or maybe somebody experienced it. Don't be shy, guys.
Well, if I may, I'm not from the Faculty of Forestry, but yes, that's true that the students, they go there for their internships and they learn like the practical side, not only like the theory, but the practical side. And I believe that even now in COVID time, there might be some lectures accessible for the students, which is also helpful, like for the people who are in charge of forestry, and the students learn a lot of new things. And I don't know if it was said, but we have like 10 hectares of the forest. I'm right, 10? No, not 10. More, sorry. I'm very wrong with numbers.
We were trying to find some map for our video of how big are the forests, but we didn't find any like map or some information about it. So we don't know like how big it is. I know it's really, really, really big, but I don't know like how much.
Yes, I would say it's really big. It goes like from Brno like to the almost to the other region. Like hard to imagine when you don't know like the borders of like the places here. But yeah, it's huge, the forest.
Can I just ask you, guys at the panel, to exchange information and let us know what the temperatures look like right now, what the winter looks like, what the summer looks like, because we are in a little bit of opposites and it will be great to know.
Oh yeah, I was surprised when we saw the video and in LSU, the girl was in shorts and in tank top. Like here right now, it's like 6 degrees, like Celsius, and it was raining today, but like, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, it was really hot. So I put out my summer clothes and my sunglasses, and I refused to go back to the winter coat. So yeah, it's really cold for me right now outside, but I'm always telling myself that I'm bringing the summer with my clothes. So that's the situation. And regarding the summer and winter time, did we have? Yeah, we had like pretty much snow this year, Noemi, right? Because last 2 years it wasn't really good. But this year we had a lot of snow. For me, it was really, really hard that we had like good winter, but we couldn't really ski anywhere. So that was sad. And the summer, I think in the summer we have like 30, 35 degrees Celsius. So
yeah. I would add that this winter was a lot of fun for kids. Whenever the snow fell, everyone took out their little sledges and anything they could slide off on the hills and just went. And it was really nice to see, sorry, the snow in the city again. Yeah, and the summers, I think there's a big difference for us between the summer temperatures and the winter temperatures. That's quite a big difference.
The summers in Louisiana are very hot and very humid, and the winters aren't all that cold. I guess it's kind of cold to us because we're not used to really cold weather, but it's kind of warm all year round. Pretty much, you have like a very small period of when there's actually cold weather. So.
So do you even like have snow in the winter or?
No, it doesn't snow here.
we really like when we have here like our international students when they are here in our winter semester, and there are a lot of them that they're seeing the snow for the first time, and it's really like heartwarming every time. And we go with them like ice skiing, and we are building the snowman. And yeah, I really like the winter with international students who can really appreciate our winter and the snow.
If I may just ask, like I was been always interested in Mardi Gras. If someone could like describe how it works there in Baton Rouge, or like are only the big celebrations in New Orleans? And is it happening in? Was it in the video? Was it March? If I remember it well.
Mardi Gras usually happens in February, and a lot of the bigger celebrations are in New Orleans. They have some smaller ones, like smaller parades and things in Baton Rouge and other cities around the state. But the big celebrations that everybody really thinks of, like the extravagant ones, are primarily in New Orleans.
I believe that it is very possible that the Mardi Gras on the New Orleans side, and it is tied to the Mardi Gras or Carnival in Venice, and also to the Carnival in Brazil. I believe that's the equivalent of your Czech hoodie, isn't it?
Well, you might be right. Our Czech hoodie is something a bit smaller, like it happens at each village, because if I imagine, like I've seen a lot of photos from Mardi Gras, like from New Orleans. My friends like to part in it, and I find it very like a big and amazing event, which I would also love to take part. But yes, our hoodie, it's there is quite some similarity. All right.
And can you describe me again, because I saw in the video that every like color of the necklace means something else, but I really didn't understand it. So can you repeat it, please?
I actually can't remember what the colors mean off the top of my head. I don't remember. But there are 3 different Mardi Gras colors, gold, purple, and green.
If I do remember, the purple one means faith, or the green one of those, and then the yellow one means power. And I'm missing what one color means.
So
yeah.
the purple represents justice, green represents faith, and gold represents power, according to Google.
Mardi Gras follows the Catholic religion, so it's the last big celebration before Ash Wednesday. So it's always on the Tuesday, which is Fat Tuesday. It's a big celebration with, you know, feasting and partying before you begin Lent, where you will, you know, give up meat. And so it's following Catholic religion, and that's what it's about. And the king cake is actually based on the story of this the 3 wise men going in search of the infant child Jesus. But anyway, that's just a little history about that.
Also, we have also like celebration before the Ash Wednesday, but in Slovakia it's called Fasiangi, but I don't know if it's same in Czech or if it's the Hody, but I don't think so. If like you have it in, I don't know when.
I think it is the same thing, or at least the basis of it is the same.
So maybe guys, like, do we have any other question, like which you would like to ask us, or like our students would like to ask our LSU friends?
I just want to add that Louisiana I am from Central America, so it's a different culture here. and I think it's very unique place, very different from other states in the US. So I think that is a good exchange of cultures. And I am interested to visit Czech Republic too. I will love it.
So just contact us at any time, and I'm sure we will find some ways how we could well, in the future, not now, to welcome you here in Brno. Hope you would like it. It's completely different than Central or South America. So it would be lovely. Just stay in touch with us. So
if I may, just one more thing to all students and our panelists, mostly. You guys have done a tremendous job preparing for today and sharing, and we very much appreciate it. But I do see opportunities, maybe, Petra, for your student organization to cooperate with some of our student organizations that Rocio is very much aware of. And if students wanted to put together some interactive, hopefully someday in person, but in the meantime, if we could put together some other interactive session for other students or to clubs or something like that, that's always a possibility. And you now know all the people on both ends that can help us to do it.
We surely can talk about it with our International Relations Office, and maybe we can find some possibilities for some cooperation. So yeah, I would love to do that.
Yes, I believe so. We will find some ways. So just let's keep it this topic and come to us, and fingers crossed for that. And if there are no other questions, I would like to thank all the wonderful people who took part in this student roundtable. Me personally, I pretty much enjoy the videos and the discussions, and I'm so happy that I learned a lot of new interesting things, not only about LSU campus, but now I know how to eat the crawfish in proper way, and I hope that you also learned something new about or interesting about Czech culture. So thank you again for coming, for joining us. Please enjoy the rest of the day, and I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow at the symposium, or as I said, in the future in Brno. So thanks again, and goodbye.
Thank you, everyone. Great job. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.